everyone, this is Index Error here and welcome back to another tutorial. And in this tutorial we're going to be taking a look at a teleport sword. So if we go ahead and take a look at what the item actually does, we can do /give teleport sword. And it gives us a teleport sword with custom name, custom lore, and it also has custom damage, custom speed, as well as it's set to unbreakable. So if we go ahead and spawn in a mob, let's just say we spawn in a creeper, you can see that we actually can one-shot a creeper because it has custom damage. And then if we go ahead and turn our sounds up, we can actually see that if we do a right click, it plays an Enderman teleport sound and it teleports us ahead 8 blocks. Yeah. So that's the teleport sword. And now let's get straight into the coding then. Alright, now for the coding part, and we are back in our custom items plugin from last week's tutorial about the grappling hook. So we are gonna continue with the plugin then. The first thing we're gonna have to do is create our item stack. So we are gonna do public static item stack, and we're gonna name it as teleport sword with our semicolon. Then now we are gonna create our item. So basically we're gonna do private static void and create teleport sword, and then we are gonna do this. We're gonna create our item stack, item equals new item stack, and we're gonna put this material as a diamond sword, and then we're gonna put this one. The next thing we're gonna do is import the item meta, not import. We're gonna get the item meta, so we're gonna do item.get item meta, and we are gonna use this to set our display name. So meta.set display name as we are gonna go back to our Minecraft color codes, and we're gonna go here to get the symbol 5 as dark purple and remove the /t, and we're gonna put in teleport sword. Okay, then we're gonna create our lore now. So we have to create a string, a list, and then we're gonna name it lore equals to new array list. Then we're gonna do lore.add. We're gonna paste our color symbol in again, and we're gonna call this epic. Following the item rarity of Hypixel Skyblock, we are going to create this for our grappling hook as well, because we kind of forgot to do it last week. So we're gonna copy and paste the color code inside, and we're gonna call it rare. Now that's out of the way, we're gonna go back and add more lore. This time we're gonna put it as 7. So we're gonna put this sword has teleport powers, I guess. I'm gonna put a semicolon. We're gonna put lore.add. This time we are going to put it as the symbol with a 6, to put it as gold in color. So we're gonna put item ability right click colon, and then we're gonna put this lore.add. We're gonna add more lore. This time we want to make it white, so it's F, right? Yeah, it's F. So we're gonna put this and change the line to an F, and then we are gonna put teleport 8 blocks ahead. That's what we're gonna do if the player right clicks, and then that's done for our lore. So we can do meta.set lore with a semicolon, and we're gonna make it as unbreakable as well. So meta.set unbreakable as true. And then we are gonna create our item attribute modifiers now. So what that is we are gonna create the custom speed and custom attack damage. So we're gonna do item attribute modifier damage equals new attribute modifier. I'm gonna put a UUID dot random UUID with a comma, and we're gonna put generic dot attack damage. We're gonna put a comma outside, and I'm just gonna put this as a enter so that you can see better. 25.0. This is the custom damage that we want the item to inflict when we hit a mob or a player. And we're gonna put attribute modifier dot operation dot add number, and we're gonna put equipment slot dot hand with a semicolon, and then we just need to import all of these. So I'm just going to import this, import UUID, import attribute modifier, and I missed the click. Okay, it's fine. Okay, now we can go and do meta dot add attribute modifier, and we are going to put attribute dot generic attack damage with damage, and we import attribute. There we go. Alright, now for speed, we are gonna do almost the exact same thing. We're gonna do attribute modifier speed equals to new attribute modifier, and then we're gonna put UUID dot random UUID, and then we're gonna put generic dot movement speed. Alright, then we're gonna put a comma outside the speech marks, and I'm just gonna enter so that it's easier to see, and we're gonna put 0.05 for our speed, and put attribute modifier dot operation dot add number equipment slot dot hand. And now what this equipment slot dot hand does is it compares if the item is in the main hand or not. If the item is if the item's not in the main hand, it won't increase the speed, but if it's in the main hand, it will. And basically we want to add this so that we don't get a lot of when in main hand, when in offhand, when in when on head, when on when one has a chest plate, and all those. So we specify that we want it as the hand. So we're gonna do the exact same thing. Meta.set dot add attribute modifier attribute dot generic movement speed, and we're gonna put the speed here with a semicolon. Then we're gonna set the item meta now. Item.set item meta, and then we're gonna call our teleport. So that's not supposed to be a space. Sword as an item, as the item that we created. Okay, then all we have to do now is we're gonna create our teleport sword in our initialize. So we have created the item. Now we are going to create a command for it first, and basically what we just have to do is we're just going to put if, I'm just going to put space here, so that's meter, if command if cmd.getName dot equals ignore, and I keep spelling it wrongly, case, put this, give teleport sword. Then we are gonna get the inventory player dot get inventory. Then we are gonna add the item. We're gonna put item manager dot teleport sword. This basically just adds the teleport sword if they type in the command / give teleport sword. And yeah, we covered how to create this command class in the previous episode, which is creating grappling hook. Link will be the description. And we have to go back to our main class, and we are going to have to put this dot get command. Then we're going to put give teleport sword, then dot set executor new commands with a semicolon. Okay, there we go. And then this will be the commands. Now all we have to do is we're gonna have to go back to our plugin.yml. I'm gonna put give teleport sword with a colon description gives a teleport sword to the player. Usage is / command, and I spelled command wrongly. There we go. Alright, so the commands are basically down. We've done that, and now all we have to do is go back to our item events class to create the function of our teleport sword. Now we're just gonna put an event handler, and then we're gonna do public void on player interact event and event, and we have to import the player interact event. Okay, then we have to get the player equals event.get player, and then item stack item. We are basically doing this to compare if the item that's being held in the main hand is the teleport sword or not. So we're gonna do .get inventory .get item in main hand, and then we're gonna put item meta equals to item .get item meta, and then we're gonna get the display name to compare now. So string name equals to meta dot get display name. Alright, now the first thing that we want to do is we want to see if the player is right-clicking error or not. Basically, why we want to see that it's right-clicking error or not is because we do not want to teleport the player into blocks. So if it right-clicks a block, it won't really respond and teleport the player directly into the block. So we want to avoid that. So we're going to do if event.getAction dot equals to action dot right click error. Then we just import action, import class. Then now we are going to compare if the item that's being held in the player's main hand display name is equals to the teleport sword or not. If it equals, then we teleport. If it's not equals, then we don't do anything. So if the name, which is basically this one, the display name, if the name dot equals to, and I just exited that, that's not supposed to be happening. And then we go back to item manager, and we are going to Control C and Control V, copy and paste that into our if statement, so we can proceed and say that we are going to get the block equals to player dot get target block, basically the where the player is facing. And then we're gonna do this set material. Then we are gonna exit this, and we're gonna put null comma, and then we are gonna set the max distance here, which is 8. We're gonna teleport the player 8 blocks forward if he right clicks error. The max distance is so that we don't teleport the player infinitely over infinite blocks. So we're just going to import this. Import the class, and we're going to import set. Alright, now location equals to the block dot get location, which we want to get where the player should be teleported. Then now we have to do this. We have to do the next step because we want to make sure that the player is facing the same way where he was facing before. So for example, if he's facing west, we want to make the player face west as well if we teleport. Because otherwise, if we right click and we teleport the player will face automatically to south. South or north, I think it's south. So we're going to avoid that, we are going to do float page equals to player dot get I location dot, before the bracket, dot get page, and then we have to create a yaw this time to get the player's I location or get yaw. So we're going to do player dot get I location dot get yaw. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to do location dot add 0 1 0. Then we're going to put this, just going to add 1 to the y. Location dot set yaw as the yaw. So this makes sure that the player faces back the same place when they teleport, and we're going to do the exact same thing for pitch. Then we are going to teleport the player now. So we are going to do player dot teleport, we get the location, and then we are going to play the sound. Player dot play sound, player dot get location bracket, and then we have to put a comma, sound dot entity enderman teleport, comma 5 and 5, basically the volume and the pitch. We're just going to import this, import class. Alright, then yeah, that's basically done. So basically this is a Hypixel Skyblock AOTE aspect of EN, but without the speed, the increase in speed and decrease in speed after 3 seconds. Yeah, so that's done with the item events. So all we have to do is we are going to build the project now. Just going to build this, and then all we have to do is just wait for this to finish. Then we can go to here and copy and paste it into our plugins folder and open the test server. So I'll see you in the test server. Alright, we are back in the test server. We can go ahead and give ourselves a teleport sword, and we can actually do this, and it does custom damage. Yep, and yes, our custom lore and everything, and we actually speed up when we hold the item. So yeah, that's the teleport sword, and I hope all of you enjoyed this video. And if you have any more ideas for custom items, please feel free to leave them down in the comments. Please leave a like, and please subscribe for more of these content, coding custom items. And I'll see you when I see you then.